Testing 1, 2, 3. Starting real soon. This is pre-recorded if you're watching this on the playback. And I will be reading your messages using retrocausality and quantum entanglement. So this is pre-recorded. This is a premiere video. And I recorded this before my AC problems and before my PlayStation heating problems. And you're wondering, well, how did you know you were going to have those problems in the future? That's because of retrocausality, pattern recognition, and quantum entanglement. So I wish that I could be guessing what you guys are saying right now. I wish that I could be guessing your messages, and I will be doing that coming up next on GTA Scroll. I will be guessing what you would have been saying during the live premiere. I guess what I should say is I said it wrong. I wish I could be there live with you guys, which I never have been live with you guys, by the way. This is all synchronicities, synchromysticisms, quantum entanglement, and retrocausality. You have never had a live show with me. I've never been there live. I wish that I could be. I died thousands of years ago. Thank you. Hello! Heresy's here. Spawny's here. Oh my God. He's here. Message redacted. Uh-oh. Retracted, I should say. He's a fake. Well, aren't we all copies of a copy of a copy, as Nine Inch Nails say? Why did my thing go off? My GPS went off. Yeah, there's a Nine Inch Nails song from the album Hesitation Marks that it goes something like, I'm just a copy of a copy of a copy. So welcome to the present moment. How are you guys doing? If you knew what I had been through, you would be like, Mark, how did you survive? So we got the AC fixed within like the last few minutes. The guys just left. They had to replace a battery and a fan, and I don't know what they had to do. I had my assistant deal with that while we were on our way back. We were on an airplane as it was getting fixed. We were landing at Bakersfield Airport. So what had happened was, my wife bought tickets to see the legendary Duncan Trussell, of all people. Duncan Trussell at Joe Rogan's Comedy Mothership. You guys may have heard of it. It's Joe Rogan, the comedian and podcaster. If you're not aware of pop culture, some people aren't. There's some people that listen to Scroll Sessions and GTA Scroll that are not aware of, the things that we're doing over here in America. They live under a rock in India, right next to Abby Sheikh. What's up, Abby, if you're here? So yeah, Joe Rogan, the great and powerful Joe Rogan, opened up a comedy club in Austin, Texas, a few years ago. Due to the craziness of COVID, right, the politics of California, he said, fuck this, I'm out of here. He moved to Austin. He acquired a building, the Ritz. I think it was... Okay. Previously called the Ritz, if I'm not mistaken. The sign is still up. That's why I'm saying that. I'm going just based off of, little bits of memory of what I've heard him say. And then experiencing it now, guys. I got to experience Joe Rogan's club. And Duncan was the headliner. We didn't know that there was going to be... there's like 4 other comedians that opened for Duncan, we didn't know it. I had never really been to an official like comedy show, other than like at a comedy club. You know what I mean? Like I've been to a comedy show at a casino, and it was Cheech and Chong, and they had a Tower of Power and War opened for them, and that was a long time ago. But that wasn't like an official comedy club type of show. I've never been to one until now. So all these guys, I didn't remember the names, unfortunately. Some of them I had recognized, like YouTube. But one of the guys that opened for Duncan was Kurt Metzger. I was so excited that he was there to see him. You know, he was like the second to last guy, and before Duncan came on. And I was like, holy shit, Kurt's here. So Kurt is one half of the Mystery Boys. They have a podcast, and it's Kurt Metzger and Duncan Trussell. So I got to see both of the Mystery Boys today. I mean, not today, but last night. It was amazing. The club is awesome. I love the ambience of it. The crew at the Comedy Mothership were fantastic. The checks and balances you got to go through to get into the club, it's pretty crazy. It's wild. They make you put your phone in this little slipcase thing. You have to turn your phone off, and then you put it inside this slipcase to where you can't access it. And then they unlock it at the end of the show, you know what I mean? Because they don't want anybody filming it. They don't want anybody to record the sound of the performance. So it's pretty cool. So, yeah, my wife, for my birthday, without telling me, as a surprise, got me tickets to go see Duncan. So we made the trip to Austin, Texas. So I'll tell you guys how we got there. I'll tell you the trajectory of the trip. We had to go to... Okay, so we flew out of Bakersfield into Phoenix. So the Phoenix to Austin flight kept getting delayed, pushed back. There was like a lot of storms and flash floods and all kinds of shit happening. So we're like, you know what? Let's just drive. Let's drive as far as we can. So we rented a car, and we set out Phoenix, and we made it. Let's see, it was like, I think it was almost like 1 a.m. We made it to Gallup, New Mexico, from Phoenix, Arizona to Gallup, New Mexico. So we got a room, stayed there, and then we set out Gallup, and we drove to Albuquerque, which is like over 200 miles away. So we galloped to Albuquerque, and then we flew from Albuquerque to Dallas, Texas. So then we rented another car, drove from Dallas to Austin. So we finally made it, and we made it just in time. We got a room at the Westin. It's this hotel. We were on the 14th floor, which technically that's the 13th floor, right? That is the 14th floor is basically the 13th floor, because in big buildings that have that many floors, they skip the 13th floor for some reason, right? I don't know if it's there's probably a story behind it. I guess superstitious reasons or something like that. So where our hotel was located, it was like one block up from the Comedy Mothership. So from our room, you could look down and see the Ritz building where the Comedy Mothership is at. So it's pretty cool, pretty magical. I love the experience. It was really cool. And we got these tacos late at night after the show was over. I think the show it started at 10 p.m. Show was over, maybe a little after 12 or something like that. So, and the city, it's crazy. The city was just like this giant party was going on. That's where the picture that I took. Oh, that's the thing. That was the synchronicity. So, as I was driving, I tuned in to Spawny, and I wasn't able to message and talk to you guys or anything, but like for a quick moment, I tuned in when he was talking about doing a video for the Chupacabra, right? Chupacabra. So that was in my head. Right next to the mothership. You'll never believe. You guys could look it up. You can't make this shit up, guys. This is why I always tell you, like, the synchronicities, right? The magic of the Temple of the Scroll. The connections that we have made. Right next to the Comedy Mothership, there's a Comedy Mothership on the same side of the street, right? 6th Street, and then it's like across this little. There's like a little street. I don't know which street that is, but across that street, same side of 6th Street in Austin, the Chupacabra Cantina or some shit. Like we were looking down from the room, and I was looking down, and I was like, I could see Chupacabra. I'm like, holy shit. So that's why I was like, I had my wife take a picture of me, so that you. I hope you don't think I took that picture myself, because then you're thinking, he was doing a creep shot of those girls. You'll see some girls in the picture. I didn't take that picture. I was like, babe, you got to get a picture of me in front of this sign right here. It blew my mind, right? It was a synchronicity. You couldn't have planned for it. You could not have planned for it. We were, you know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. It was a magical moment. Glad you fixed your AC. Thank God. Thank you, Heresy. Yes, the AC is fixed. You went on a little vacay to Texas. Yes, indeed. As we were driving, in Payson, Arizona, we passed by this place that had, and we didn't get any pictures of it because we're on the road. We're in a hurry, you know. We're trying to get to. We had great distances to cover, you know what I mean. And if you know anything about me, you know I can cover a distance, right? My wife and I, as a duo, she's like a navigator, you know. She plans it out. She'll book the hotels, and I'm just driving. I'm just fucking pushing, you know what I mean. I can cover a distance using my magic combined with my wife's magic, right? We're a good team. But we didn't have time. I decided we couldn't, there's no way to like pull over and take a picture of this. We passed by in Payson, Arizona, a place called Rim Country Club at nighttime. We're driving by and we spotted it. Rim Country Club. It was Rim Country Inn. Excuse me. And I mean that if we ever go through that again, I'll make time to stop, and because I didn't know that existed, so we thought that was funny too. Rose AC broke and he went to the hottest state. That's right, Spawny. That's how it worked out. Well, I'd already had the tickets, so I'm not gonna miss Duncan Trussell just because my AC went out. You know, I'm going. Duncan Truss. I now can see how you like him. He's so fucking funny. How was the live show? Was it amazing? Yes, Heresy. It was awesome. I hope that someday you can go see somebody like a comedian that you like at the mothership. It was a great experience. I would recommend going. They were very helpful. The staff. There's like all these people that work. See, because I've never been to a comedy club. I wouldn't imagine there's so many like checks and balances to get into a comedy club. But it's fucking Joe Rogan of all people. This guy's interviewing the president. You know what I mean? He's interviewing Kanye. He's interviewing very powerful and very important people, very rich people. So his club, of course, it's going to have the fullest. You know, it's going to be protected as much as possible. So, you know, you had a guy like you had to go around the corner and wait in line so a guy could check your tickets, and then there was a guy to give you a wristband, and then there was a girl to explain to you. There was this gal that explained to us, like, is it your first time here? Okay, this is how it's going to work. And then there's a guy that walks you to, we got a booth, you know, guy that walked us to our booth. And then, they had a waitress come and get us drinks. I mean, I don't know. To me, I've never experienced that, so it was really cool. Maybe that's a normal thing. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. I don't get out that much, so, other than when I'm doing classified, redacted things. Synchronicities is insane. I was writing my Chupacabra script, and then you post that pic of you at that place. And that's why I posted the pic, though, because I tuned into your live. And, I mean, like, seeing that, it fucking blew my mind. Those little simple things, right? Those little simple things. I looked down, and I'm like, there's the mothership, and I looked right next to it. I'm like, does that say Chupacabra? And we had to look it up. That's how crazy that was to me. I summoned Malibu. Happy late birthday. Thank you, Spawny. Hey, your wife is so sweet. That's so nice of her. So it was your birthday. Yes, I told you, Heresy, my birthday is July 4th. My internet birthday, just like Country's is January 1st. Mine's July 4th. Country is here. Speak of the devil. Country High Life is back. I'm catching rain from some of those storms. Yeah, man, there were some big storms when we were driving through, when we're going from Phoenix to Gallup. We're driving at nighttime. It was like flash flood level storm, lightning and thunder, and it was amazing. It was pretty cool, but we kind of we were on the rim of the storm, so I think we missed the worst part of it, you know? Malibu's here. Also, speak of the devil, somebody who, Spawny, summoned Malibu. There she is. What did I miss? Hello! Nothing really, Malibu. Everything that hits the golf gets pulled up in my area. Hello! His AC is fixed and he came back from a comedy show. Yep, that's the story. That's what happened. That was, and I wish I could get pictures inside the comedy club, but they lock your phone up before you even step through the gate, you know? I've gained 20 pounds in 2 days. Jesus Christ. We're all connected. That's right. Scroll. Stretch marks for days, Country. 20 pounds. LOL, I totally thought you were creeping on the girls. I knew you guys would think that. Because I didn't even know that was... I was just like, hey, you got to get a picture of me in front of this. We got to get this sign in a picture. I didn't even know that those girls were standing there. There was people everywhere, guys. It was insane. There was cops all over the place, and it looked like a riot was about to happen, you know? But the riot vibe wasn't in the air. It was just like a bunch of people partying, you know, and having a great time. I guess 6th Street is where it's at, you know? Like I said, where the disco's at. Didn't even notice the sign until Spawn said something. I just saw the Emperor and the girls. Stop eating the hot bun cake. Hot buns cake. Malibu, are your hot bun cakes more lean? I bet Malibu is better for your health. I'll die fat and happy. There you go. I'm way better for everyone's health. Rim Country Club. Yes, Malibu, you wouldn't believe it. I'm gonna have to go and I'm gonna have to Google that and see exactly where it's at. So next cross-country trip we take, we're stopping and taking a picture. We're definitely gonna stop and take a picture there. Malibu's existence raises my blood sugar. Oh God, because she's so sweet. I've been to several stand-up comedy shows in Sevierville, Tennessee. Nice, Country. Who did you go to see? Sevierville near Smokies. It's a good thing, Malibu. Happy late birthday. Thank you. It's on the way to Gatlinburg. Isn't Gatlinburg near Smokies? He needs to catch up on comments. Yes. Well, I was telling the story, you know what I mean? Like, it takes a while when I tell stories. Dollywood is on the upper side of the Sevier County. Near Smokies. You're in the Smokies if you're in Gatlinburg. Okay. Cherokee Devil. See, now I'm gonna run into the Cherokee Devil in my real life because Spawny is gonna make a video about it. I'm an hour from Cherokee on the interstate. Ah, it's a type of Bigfoot. I like that. I've never dropped $1 in that casino either. Smart man. That's the way to keep your money. Cherokee Devil. You were so close to me though. You could have stopped by. Yeah, we were in the same time zone. We were when we're on Texas time, we're in this same time zone as Louisiana. Cherokee Indians. Oh, cool. Can you do that one after the chupa? Yep, sure thing. It won't be part of the 50 States Cryptids series, though. Spawny, have you heard about the interdimensional aspects of Bigfoot? Like, people think that possibly the reason that we can't find Bigfoot is because of the interdimensional qualities of Bigfoot. He like goes in and out through portals and shit. And there's something also I need to look deeper into it. My brother was telling me about it, so I don't know enough to talk about it, but that there was some kind of civil war between like Bigfoot species or some shit. It's pretty interesting. Maybe you could look into it, make a video about it or something. All right, so I think I made some money. I wasn't even paying attention. I'm so excited to be back. I don't know if I told you guys. I think I told you guys because I did a GTA live stream before we left on the trip. I laid the PS5 on its side, so fingers crossed, knock on wood. Hopefully it continues to survive. I laid it on its side. Nothing, nothing's going off. It was hot in here, so I did do some research that said that people that keep their PS5s vertical usually have overheating problems. It's like it changes like the thermal whatever of the PS5. The thermal whatever that term is. Keep your PS vertical, it changes that. It's like a liquid metal thing or something. So I laid it on its side, no problems thus far. Haven't had the warning either. The overheating warning hasn't come up, none of that. So hopefully we're good. Registered native in South Carolina. Why can't it be part of the 50 state series? Only Cherokee devil I've ever seen was in the mirror. I'm talking to the Cherokee in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at that Indian and make a change.
Hey, what's up?
Na 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 na. There's a story of a guy that shot at a Bigfoot and it finishes into thin air with the muzzle flash. Oh shit. He went through a portal. I'm telling you. Vanishes, not finished. That's the Dakota's Cherokee. Oh yeah, I forgot. See, I got used to doing everything the old way. I can claim business earnings right from this app. There's 3,000. Arcade. 10,000. Agency. 20,000. Salvage yard. 300. Bail office. 16K. Garment factory. 1,600. Wish I could collect this much in real life off of businesses, you know what I mean? Eventually, when this thing is full, we'll do a mission. Takes a while to fill this thing up, though. I wish they'd let me record an Indian warrior burial. Well, fly a drone in there. Country, fly a drone in there and secretly record it. Unless you think that that'll bring you some bad juju or something by doing such a thing. I don't record anything. I don't let anybody take pictures of me. That's why I use a stand-in. Like the picture of me in front of the Chupacabra Cabernet, whatever the fuck it's called, is a stand-in that I use when I go to public places. I have a body double. I have a stand-in. I have like a league of extras that I hired from Central Casting to play me in certain scenarios. Like I hired somebody to go to the club to watch Duncan for me and experience it because I have to protect myself from society. But yeah, I don't let anybody take pictures of the real me. If you look closely at my videos, you'll see how I just tell you guys the truth because you're members of the temple. There's only 5 people here anyways. The more of these stories I tell, there's going to be 4, 3, 2. Eventually it's just going to be me and Seth talking. Or me and Country. And then you guys are going to be so fucking freaked out. Be like, man, why do I talk to this guy? He uses stand-ins and body doubles. What's wrong with him? Why doesn't he trust Why doesn't he trust anyone? It's like, listen, I do trust anyone. It's you guys I trust. You're the only people I trust. That's why I tell you guys the secrets of life, the secrets of society, the secrets of high society, because we all should flourish. I believe in abundance. That's why I tell you guys these things. I tell you I tell you how to do things. If you ever notice,
You're fine, right?
look at my videos.
Sure.
You'll see slight differences in each guy that performs in each video. It's not the same guy. Go ahead and go scroll back. Watch my old stuff. You'll see. On scroll sessions. Of course, this channel doesn't have that much on it yet. So now, if there were 25 people in here, I wouldn't say all this shit. I wouldn't tell you guys secrets like this. The more people that come, the less secrets that I will be revealing.
What's going on?
That's just the way that it is. I have to protect myself. I swear your voice does so not match your face. See? Benjamin knows. Benji knows. Intuitively, see, he even knows the voice doesn't match the face. The voice that you hear is a voice actor. The guy you see in the picture, probably a stand-in, if not an extra, because I'm Native American also. And I believe in the old ways. I worship the old spirit. I mean, the great spirit, right? I jump the great boa when I die, you know what I'm saying? I don't let any white man take a picture of me and steal my fucking soul. Not on my watch. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood or take my own picture. Thank you. Okay, what are we doing here? I'm getting distracted. You guys get me all fired up. You guys inspire me, you know? No such thing as a body double for the Emperor, only pale imitations. Thank you, Spawny. I'd protect you, Emperor. Thank you, Heresy. I love that you have body doubles. Autocorrect. I'll pass that. I'll pass. That's tribal land under tribal law. I'll take white man's law over my own. There you go. Hold on, what else did I miss here? I eat your heart. 1%, Spawny's got 1% native Cherokee. There you go. We're all related. We all have Cherokee. Eat my heart and enjoy. Thank you, Benji, for the sacrifice of your heart. Marx isn't bald. He was scalped by the white man. That's true. Yes, I was scalped by a white man once. That's why I can't ever... No, one of my stand-ins was scalped by an evil white man that thought that he thought I was the real Mark. So he's like, I'm going to kill that Indian fucking bastard. That handsome son of a bitch. I can't stand how handsome he is. I'm going to take his fucking scalp. And then it ended up happening to one of my body doubles. So like the one that you see in most of the recent stuff, that's the guy that got scalped. Fortunately. Of course, I could never tell you their real names. They have IMDb. They're on Internet Movie Database though, as well as I'm on Internet Movie Database too. But I'll never tell you their real names. They have fucking hundreds of acting credit. My body doubles are the best. And they're like ghost actors, you know, like you have ghost writers. You never have, you get a guy that writes a book for you, right? And then you take the credit. That's called a ghost writer. So I have ghost actors also. Country, but they didn't finish. They were in a hurry. Well, they only take the top of your head off. You know, that's why I have nothing on top of my head and a bunch of hair on the side. I grow it out in spite, or excuse me, the body double grows it out in spite of the evil white man that took my scalp. I'm 1/4 South Carolinian Bear Clan. Hell yeah. As the legend goes, anyone that has Cherokee blood is at risk of seeing the Cherokee devil. Oh, shit. Oh, dear. He had Ben Stiller body double him once, I bet. Well, Ben Stiller's not tall enough to body double me, but I mean, that'd be cool. I like Ben Stiller. Imagine. Benjamin, you haven't looked at my picture. I look like Geronimo hunted me. What does the Cherokee Devil look like? That's a good question. Okay, we're looking at high scores here. Let's play some Pogo the Space Monkey. Hopefully this doesn't trigger the copyright, because last time when I was playing that, when I had you guys watching the Republican Space Rangers, it triggered the copyright. It's the only time that I've gotten a copyright from GTA. From GTA anything. Because I have live streamed GTA in the past on Scroll Sessions. Never got a copyright until I played Republican Space Rangers on TV. So probably because I wasn't talking over it, I wasn't commentating, I wasn't providing any kind of feedback on it. It was just playing as is. Die! Ah, it got me. Evil bananas got me. Come on, you rotten banana son of a bitch. There you go. It's like Galaga or wait, what is it? Galaxian? I don't know. I get those two mixed up. It's either Galaga or Galaxian that this is like. Maybe both. Did you guys ever play the hidden Galaga game within Mortal Kombat? Back in the day, I think it was on the Super Nintendo. I think it was Mortal Kombat 3. Anybody ever play that? That was awesome. Okay, the Cherokee Devil is like a red-eyed Bigfoot-like creature. It's one of the most supernatural Bigfoot variants. That's cool. I want to meet the Cherokee Devil. I see other world visions after a few joints, a hit of acid, and maybe some shrooms. God damn. Are you taking all those at once, country? Oh, you're going to see the devil, all right. Are you mixing all those together? Gray fur and glowing red eyes that if you look at the eyes, you're cursed to die after seeing it 2 more times. Oh, shit. Enter your profile pic. Benjamin, you figured it out. I still don't get it, Benjamin says. I think the red-eyed Bigfoot is a lie. I've got black eyes. Well, maybe you're a black-eyed Cherokee Devil. Who knows? Let's see if I can get to the main boss of this level. This game's kind of hard. If I stay back here, I got a better chance of it. Maybe not. Ah. Damn, need some health. I forgot you don't have to push X down a million times. You can hold it down and it'll just shoot. Save me some energy there. Some thumb action energy. Woo! Come on. I fought the boss before. It's a giant banana. Damn, come on. There we go. No, not yet. You know, the stick drift isn't helping. There we go. There he is. You's about to sleep with the fishes, space monkey. You'll be one bruised banana when I'm finished. I got a defensive thing. Ah, he's backing off. He don't want none. Woo! Come on, a little bit more. Got him! Hell yeah! Damn you, knuckle dragger. You're no match for this monkey. Hell yeah. Stage 1, Sector 1 cleared. Benjamin, where did you say you're from? He's from Denmark, I think, right? He's a black-eyed child all grown up. Someone let child country in their home and he never left. That did happen when I was 7. LOL. Oh yeah, country. Did you? I don't know if I missed it or not. Did you tell me which comedians you went to see? Do you remember? I need to look up the names of the other guys that I saw. These other, because they were, a lot of them look familiar to me. I know I've seen them before, but I just didn't. I wasn't familiar with their names though, like Duncan and Kurt Metzger. Oh shit, Malibu, I didn't see. Sorry. Oh, look at that big worm. This is the first time I've seen the giant worm. All right, let's get out of here. Back to GTA. I needed to experience a little bit of 80s video game. Alternate 80s reality. The GTA 80s reality that actually exists in an alternate dimension in real life. Oh, okay. You posted the last one. Jeff Foxworthy. I must have missed it. Yep. That's a big one. That's a big name to go see. Where is Samuel from? That's what she said. Ha ha ha. The worm comment. Ah, okay. That's a big worm. Benjamin was all over that. Did no one laugh? I was. Oh, at the that's a big worm. Laugh at what? At what I said, or are you saying you saying that's what she said? I don't know. I didn't hear anyone laugh, so I don't know. Maybe it fell on deaf ears. Maybe it's just the room. You know, sometimes the room is. You got to read the room different. Mark's comment. Yeah, most of what I say will be turned around to be sexual and perverted. Sometimes I mean to do it, sometimes I don't. You know, sometimes I'm not going to say that one. It reminded me of an old commercial, which is if I said it, it would sound gay. So I'm not going to say it. I don't want to misrepresent. I don't want to excite anybody out there that might be, any of you guys that have intentions towards me in that manner. I don't want to lead you on. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. It's fine. It's great. I'm flattered. I'm flabbergasted. But I won't be able to fulfill those types of things for you. Sorry about that. Bail office. See, look, you can call your agents right from the app. What a cool thing. Everyone died from laughing. You killed everyone with that joke. There you go. I was laughing really loud, crazy. You didn't hear it. If I'm not mistaken, it was Foxworthy, Ron White, Larry the Cable Guy, and the other guy I can't think of. Oh, so you got to see the whole blue collar comedy show. That's cool. You've seen all of them at once. That was like a time and place. That was like a time in history that, I don't know if those guys have ever gotten back together to do that. The blue collar comedy. Thanks, Spawn. NY. Yeah, I remember. You know what? They had a picture of Ron. They had a screen with like a bunch of different like announcements of comedians that were going to be performing there in the future. So it was on repeat, and they had a bunch of comedians that had performed there and ones that were scheduled to be there in the future. And they had a picture, I guess Dave Chappelle has performed there, and they had a picture of Ron White. Because I've seen Ron White on Joe's podcast before. So some of those guys are regulars, because a lot of those guys moved to Austin so that they could be a part of the scene, the comedy scene that Joe, I guess, helped create. I don't know if there was much of a comedy scene before the mothership. I could be wrong. I don't know. A lot of people are up in arms about it. A lot of people don't like it. They say that Joe and his crew are ruining comedy. And these are comedians. It's not talking about like people on the internet that don't do comedy. These are other comedians. Like, most of them are just kind of, I don't know. I don't know why they would say that. I do see that Joe has opened the door for a lot of people. Some of them that might not be the funniest. All the guys I seen last night were great. They were all funny. They didn't bomb, they didn't miss a beat, they didn't stutter. They didn't get stuck, they didn't choke. They all did great. They all had like a great flow to their comedy. Spawn. That's almost my initials, Spa.
How's it going?
Oh shit. I think I was 17 when I saw the blue comedy tour in Sevierville. And yes, my initials spell a real word. Nice. I love Joe. See, Heresy's a fan of Joe. I kind of hate it. What do you hate, Spawny? You hate your name being Spa? Your initials turning out to be Spa? Mark, look up the electric cars on your phone. It's a supercar. Electric car. Oh, you're talking about GTA? All right, I'll check it out. Day Spa. Joe Rogan is completely trash and totally bought by... Oh, here we go. Yeah, Benjamin is of the crowd that believes that Israel is sponsoring all of these traitors to our country, right? I'd say the jury's still out on it. I haven't seen I mean, you could probably tell me the evidence on that,
I need a vacation.
which I'm open to listening to you guys for a certain period of time. Unless you go belligerent like that one guy that was here, I'll listen to you as long as you're respectful to me and to everyone else. Yeah, that's the talk of the town these days, that Joe and all of the podcast guests and everybody are compromised, bought and paid for by Israel. I know it's a thing some of you guys like Benjamin love talking about, right? Why does Night Spa sound bad? Whatever, BB, who here will say their middle name? their middle name or their where. I find it funny I have the exact name as a Mexican football player out there.
I wish I didn't have to quit smoking.
If I'm not mistaken, Joe Rogan did a Gen X thing. Israel, whatever, but he is totally trash. So if I wanted, I could steal an identity. Comedy is in my family, though. Oh, nice. I hate talking about it. Night spa sounds cool. They're literally killing us. I am related to. Oh, you're related to the late Sam Kinison. Hell yeah. I remember that guy. So I'm not going to imitate it. I don't want to destroy my voice. I could do it, but I'm not going to do it. The way that he would scream and shit when he would do comedy. My middle name is Michael. Whoa! My sister's name is Gabrielle. Well, there's a resemblance, country.
Another long ass day. I need a vacation.
Okay, mud guards. Where are the mud? Right above roofs. We're making a car for a customer here, much like I customized a car to your guys' specifics. Wheel type, lowrider. Lead sled is the kind of rims they want. Let's see. There we go. I like those. I like simple rims. I don't know why. I don't like the fancy giant rims. It seemed like the guys in real life that I always knew with the rims. I mean, some of them were kind of cool. Most of them are real D-bags, though. You know what I mean? I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed by your rims, bro. It doesn't give you the right to act like a D-bag. Because you got giant rims. This is in the 90s, you know. Guys always talking about their however many inch rims, and then they were measuring. I was like, well, I got 24-inch rim. Oh, I got 30-inch. It was a measuring competition, if you catch my drift. Which I was never into measuring competitions. I'm not impressed by the size of a man's rims. You know what I mean? Not impressed. And if you are impressed by that type of shit, well, you know, maybe you just need a little extra daddy's attention. Sorry. I don't mean any offense to, you know, the members of the Temple of the Scroll. I say a lot of shit that will potentially offend you guys, and I talk to you guys directly, which I probably shouldn't do, but I do anyways, because you guys are cool, and you guys hang out. We have a great time. I think we have a magic here at the Temple of the Scroll. And I think this is the future. I think a lot more people are going to imitate what it is that I'm doing here. Because there's a lot of people that don't talk to the chat. And I'm not talking about like big, you know, Rogan, for instance. Rogan can't talk to the chat. If he had a live show with a chat, it'd just be fucking going insane like Candace Owens. Like you watch, Candace Owens has a live show. And she'll read super chats, but there's no way she'd be able to read those comments go by so rapid, you know what I mean? But there's people that aren't doing this that they could be doing this. They have like 5 people watching like I do. And they still don't read the fucking comment. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing not talking to the chat? There's fucking 5 people. You know, these guys, they don't, I don't know what it is. I guess they don't wake up with gratitude in their heart like I do. I wake up grateful. I'm like, holy shit, I'm still here? I'm still alive? How am I still? I think it's a miracle that I woke up, you know? So I'm grateful for a lot of things. This is the future. You guys are up on it too. You guys have, a lot of you guys make videos. A lot of you guys go live. And you talk to the chat. I think it's the future. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before about things. It feels like this is what people enjoy more than, you know, going to see Odyssey from Christopher Nolan. Instead of going to Odyssey, you guys are going to hang out with me here, right? Listen, I'm going to go see Odyssey probably tonight. maybe tomorrow, so that you don't have to. I'm not telling you don't go see it. I have to see it, though. It's the talk of the town. I have to see it. I have to be up on pop culture. That's one of my jobs, is to be up on pop culture.
The job is awesome. I love my boss.
See, I missed a lot of conversations here.
I think he'll promote me.
My sister's name is Brian. That's weird. Seth Michael Williams, SMW. Seth Michael Williams, all first names. Nice. Cool, Heresy. I do not look like Sam Kinison. Williams. LOL. If I had my dad's last name, it'd be the same Malibu. Seth Michael Williams. Sorry, it might be spelled Gabriel. What's spelled Gabriel? Seth Paul Davis. The Angel Gabriel, like Lee Harvey Oswald. Country, you don't know how to spell your sister's name? My sister has one of those names Siri can't say. I die laughing every time I hear it. Daddy is dead. God damn, how far, I don't even know. You know, I know you guys are responding to what I say, but then when I get to the comments, I'm lost sometimes. Are you impressed by a man's rim? Okay, here we go. Singular, a man's rim. I want, yeah, there you go. The size of a man's rim. See, that's why I love you guys. I didn't even put those two and two together. I was insinuating that they're measuring their rims because they're worried about how small their peckers are, you know. I want daddy's attention bad. Hell yeah. I'm the crying prophet and my brother is Josh. I'm from one of those families that got split up. Well, if Rogan had a chat, it would be 6 hours long, not 3. Sorry. Con guy. Did you know Joe's wife is Jewish? You talking about Rogan's wife is Jewish? I thought she was black. I didn't know that they allowed blacks to be Jewish. Guess they're getting a little more progressive now, huh? I have black eyes and my sister is still the evil one. That's hot. Caca. I wake up thankful and scared. I know, Malibu. I've never considered Danish people hating on Jews. Apparently it sucks, right? I just watched Passenger. You're talking about the Odyssey. You watched Passenger? How was that? Jewish or not, the states need Israel intact. It was really good. Nice. You answered before you even know I was going to ask you. Another synchronicity. Welcome to the real world. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, I sometimes forget how long it will be until you read the chat. That's okay. I definitely should reference more. That's okay. Eventually I figure out what we're talking about. Like I said something, then you responded to that, and then I get back to it. Even Danish prime ministers have kissed the disgusting wall. It's crazy. The wall, huh? Kissing the wall. Bro, what? Anyone can be Jewish. It's a religion. That's hot, caca. Even our government is absolutely disgusting. I've met really nice Jewish people here in Cali. Me too, Malibu. Every Jewish person I've ever known is. They've been very, very nice to me. Very sweet, kind. I am ashamed to be Danish, and I used to be so proud. Why are you ashamed to be Danish? What's wrong with Denmark? Geez, Kaka, you sound like my childhood friend's dad. Uh-oh. Passenger was scary, had me biting my nails. Broccoli 100. He was freaking obsessed with Hitler. Who was upset? Oh, your friend's dad was obsessed with Hitler? Malibu? What the hell? So your friend's dad was based all the way back then? Your friend's dad was so cool back then? Isn't it the cool thing to love Hitler now? I don't know. All I know is what you guys tell me. That's it. I don't know history. I don't know what's real, what's not. I am a blind man, reaching out into the darkness, feeling my way, feeling, and I grab boobies every once in a while. It works. Pretend you're blind and you could just walk up and grab a woman's tits and squeeze them. No, don't do that. They'll consider that rape. But no, I don't know what's real and what's not. All I know is what's been told to me, books I've read, right? References. A lot of people love Hitler these days. I don't get it. So, maybe I haven't seen the references that they have. Who knows? I was taught that he was a bad guy. He was bad, you know what I mean? But then you're like, oh, but the Jews are evil, so it's okay that Hitler was cool because he killed Jews. Like, well, like I said, all I know is what I've experienced in life and what people have told me. Books other people have written. Times in the past that happened 40 years before I was born, you know what I mean? I wasn't there. I didn't see it. I didn't even, So, the references of all the people online let's figure it out. Where does it come from? Where does the reference come from where it's, where Hitler and Mussolini are the good guys? Point to me a source, a reference that I can read. That's not just the opinion of a fucking giant group of people on the internet that I don't know also. I also don't know the people on the internet telling me these things. So, if you could point to an author that, I don't know. Where does history come from? How do we know anything even happened? So, I don't base my whole identity off of loving or hating anyone. I just have, I operate on a basis of, I start with love and then, and then I get annoyed with shit. Like stuff at the airport, which I'm not going to complain about because comedians always do that. Comedians always do the hack airplane complaint stuff. That's been done. I can't do that. I try to keep it original if I'm going to do comedy, which I don't do. But there's certain things that come to mind, and then I have to just say it out loud, and sometimes that ends up being funny. All right, let's go see how much money I have all over the ground. And let's see how many comments I've missed. It's going to take me 30 minutes to catch up to all these comments. Germany. Okay, we got German flags. We got, he was obsessed. Oh, yeah, your friend's dad was obsessed with Hitler. I'm just being realistic. It was creepy. I may be bald, but I'm not a skinhead. There's compounds in some of these hollers full of fools obsessed with Hitler. Hitler was probably a psyop or some shit like Venezuela or Iraq, Afghanistan, and so on. That's sick to be excited about someone who murders. Hitler was burned out on meth. According to Family Guy, Hitler hated the Jews because they got all the girls, while he was a weak, skinny nerd. I love that Tarantino movie about Hitler. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Inglourious Bastards. That was dope. That's a great film. I'll say so. I'm gonna get behind on the comments again. You brought up somebody I love to, whose films I absolutely love, and I love talking about film. So,
hello. How can I help you?
Just let me know what you need. The movie before Inglourious Bastards was called Death Proof.
Have a good day.
Came out in 2007, and it was a double feature. If you went to see it at the theater, you also got to see Robert Rodriguez's film titled Planet Terror. So if you went to the theater, you would see Planet Terror and Death Proof back to back. Oh, shit! I don't know what my dogs are barking at. Probably werewolves, maybe a Yeti, Bigfoot outside, maybe a Chupacabra. Or even worse, there could be a Chupa Vedga out there. Okay, back to the story, or back to my memory of this. Um, I didn't get to go see this, unfortunately. I didn't get to go to the theater and experience the Grindhouse. It was called Grindhouse Double Feature. Right, Robert Rodriguez had his film. Tarantino had his film, and in between they had all these fake trailers, which I think I might have told you guys about before. The fake trailers, and there's movies like Thanksgiving. Eli Roth's Thanksgiving was one of these movies that got made into a real movie later on. Machete also was a fake. These were fake movies that these different directors put together to be the previews in between these films, and they had kind of just as the name insinuates, they were grindhouse, right? Grindhouse was a term from movies that they would just pump out real quick in the 70s. They weren't really the greatest kind of movies, but they're fun, campy type of films, right? And Tarantino's Death Proof kind of didn't do well. People were like, what is he doing? Because he made a campy kind of 70s style type of film. I thought it was great. I loved it. I loved Death Proof. And then people were even Tarantino, he's kind of worried about his career. Like, fuck, what did I do? Did I just screw myself over now? Like, is my career over? Because I went and I took a risk and I made this movie that I wanted to make. So his next film is Inglourious Bastards, which to me is like Inglourious Bastards is like a film lover's type of film. If you're into cinema, right? If you're not just into like being entertained, right? If you're not just into Fast and the Furious, right? Or Saw or some kind of like accessible type of shit. This was an artistic film. This was a piece of cinema. So he kind of, it seems like he went like from one extreme to the next, probably to prove to himself that he could still make a good film. So there you have it. There's the history of my memory, my history of Tarantino, thinking that his career's over. And I don't know if you guys are aware, he has one more film left that he's going to do supposedly, because he's only supposed to do 10 films. He's got it in his head that he can only do 10 films. So he's made 9 so far, and he's taken his sweet time with number 10, which I'm really excited about. I want to see the 10th film, whatever it is. Heresy says, I hate everyone equally. Tiny dicks. We're talking about tiny dicks. We're talking about what else? I'm trying to scroll through so I can get to updated on the comments here. Biggest psyop or the end of the world? There's a recipe on the internet. A Hitler recipe? Dogs were barking in support. Oh, my dogs, yeah. My dogs were barking at ghosts. Discussions of the end of the world is a psyop. There is never an end to the world. I agree. Yeah, there is an end times prophecy though, and there's a supposedly, this is something I know about a little bit, just because of my time spent reading the Bible and like kind of trying to get to the end, like get to where does this come from, what is it all leading to, what does it mean. In my research, I've discovered that there is a group, or there are, maybe I should say there are groups of people called accelerationists that want to bring about the end times. And I think Israel has been accused of this before. Now, Israel is a country. Does everybody in Israel think this way? Probably not. Does everybody in Israel want the end times to happen according to how the Bible says? Or whatever their whatever their prophets say. Probably not. There's probably a variety of different types of people, a variety of different types of Jews, Muslims, Christians, you name it, right? So there are a group, though, of accelerationists that want to bring about the end times. So they're doing atrocious shit around the world to bring about the Mashiach, right? So that I do believe that does exist. Okay. I think Benji is 72 years old. LOL, Benji? Uh-oh. Because that's probably about the age as my friend's dad. Huh. You think so? You think a 72-year-old? I wouldn't imagine a 72-year-old being too hot on Hitler, but that is wild, though. So your dad's friend was, I mean, so you're talking about growing up, so he would have been a little bit younger then, right? So how old was he when you realized that he was into Hitler? How old was he, or how old were you, or how long ago was this, Probably about, let's see. Live froze. Uh-oh, not for me. I keep hearing a phone ringing. I'm back. Malibu, I feel like 72. Hey, so do I, Benji. I'm only 43. I also feel 72. I think COVID fucked us up big time. All the young people dying and stuff. I think I was because my phone died. Oh, there you go. Country. The shrooms. One thing I've noticed is all these people, no matter their religion or whatever, they get so obsessed with the end of the world videos that have all dramatic music in the background. I bet there was a phone booth near that was getting a call. Yeah, probably so. It's probably one of those Franklin missions that you heard. Elections are coming up for Israel. We shall see who they elect. Yep. They think sharing it with others will convert people. For example, Koste probably likes end of the world videos. Well, he was trying to convert you to Islam, right, Malibu? Malibu, true. It's because everyone wants the modern world to end in some way so they don't have to deal with modern day bullshit. See, I wish I had the soundboard, Spawny. 1,000% I agree with you. That's exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself, Spawny. I'm going to read your comment again. That's how much I like your comment. Everyone wants the modern world to end in some way so they don't have to deal with modern day bullshit. And it's been this way for forever. People write end time prophecies because they're miserable, because sometimes it's hard to live and to be a human. Okay, back. Okay, where was I? Where was I? I had to step away for a second. I personally hope the world end with a monster of some kind. I forget what those phone booths calls are about. Something just unfathomable. Unfathomable. Man is its own monster. I don't know. I want to make a Godzilla. Spawny, don't make a Godzilla. We don't want to destroy the world now. Let's keep the world going. Who wants to help? Man will engineer its own demise. There have always been doomers. Socrates was one I think definitely spelled his name wrong. Well, I knew what you were talking about, so it's okay. What is? Apparently a new habitual oh wait. A new habitable? Habitable. I think you're trying to write habitable, right? Apparently a new habitable world has been found, so I'm going on the first flight out. Let the seas boil. Alright guys, I'm gonna take a break and I shall return. There's more coming up next on GTA Scroll. I'll see you guys real soon. I'm going to stand here and hopefully nobody snipes me off the roof. If they do, oh well. back. Clunkers is here. What's up, Clunkers? How's it going? Einstein was pretty cool. The knowledge to do without instruction. What about world hunger could you solve that the hibachi chicken? Einstein was all right. Yes. I'll baby bird all the hibachi chicken to all the hungry people. Nice. My honey bun cake can fix world hunger. That was a bit gross even for me to type out. LOL, it is gross, but sometimes you gotta do it, Spawny. Bless you. Yes. Sometimes you gotta go for it. Type it out, Spawny. Somebody gotta go hungry so I can get fat, though. Markimus. Everyone has departed. Markimus Prime, what's up? Everyone except you guys. So that means that if 2 or 3 are gathered, then everyone is here. As far as I'm concerned. It's just me, Country, and Clunkers now. Well, it's the 4 Musketeers then. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. Nobody killed me. Can you believe it? Nobody sniped me off of the roof. That's crazy. It's crazy that none of these guys took shots at me. Maybe they couldn't figure out where I was. The boys! Get inside and look up this car, please. Okay, give me the name of the car. Country. Let's get the name of the car that you want me to look at. You know what? I'll show you an electrical car I do have. It's at the... I have it stored at the agency. This might be the car. Who knows? You look like Batman with a sniper. Yes. Yes, I'm up here on the edge of a building looking over the city, making sure evildoers do not hurt the innocent people of Los Santos. Look at this guy. Free Reptile 1838. I can just take him out right now. Look at... Oh! That was crazy. Good timing. I'm glad I zoomed in on him. Hopefully this guy gets out and aims the gun at me so I can shoot him. This is the kind of player that probably doesn't get out of the night shark that often. There's some players that live inside of night sharks and bravado buffaloes. Like they will not get out. You blow them up, they're gonna respawn it and they're gonna get in that car. They're not gonna get out, and they drive around and troll people because those cars are hard to blow up, unless of course you have a Savage helicopter. The Batmark sees all. Nice. Batmark. I like it. Don't show him your other electric devices. Show the super electric cars. If it's a Dinka Jester thing, then no. No, it's not that one. I have one that I got from... They gave it to me from a mission that I did. You know what? I think it was the Juggalo thing. What are the Juggalos called in this? I forgot the names. There's like a GTA equivalent of the Juggalos. Once you do all of those missions for them, then you get this car that I'm about to show you guys. He's hunting. I used to run around in the military truck with a 30 cal on top. Nice. Damn, Batmark forgot his parachute. I know, I thought I had a parachute. I was going to glide on over to the agency. His cape by me. His agility stat is not as high as the actual Batman, but he has spirit, damn it. Justice. Okay, we're going to the garage.
Everything okay?
I should have just entered from the ground level garage. Let's check this safe though. Oh no, I already gathered up all the... We got 20K in there. We'll let it build up a little bit more. You gotta say justice in the Batman voice? Justice. I gotta watch Batman. I used to imitate the Christopher, I mean the Christian Bale Batman. Justice. Tell me where Falcone is. Fear me. Garage. I gotta watch those again. Those were the days when Christopher Nolan could do no wrong, in my opinion. Boy, how those times have changed. But I still haven't seen Odyssey. Like I tell you guys, I have to see it to fully make a decision on it. Is it good or is it not? Is it a good film or is it not a good film? You can't follow the herd, guys, no matter what it is. Don't follow the herd, even if they're right sometimes. You have to experience it for yourself. Let's see, where's that car? Here it is. This is the car you get. It's an electric car. It's called an Ocelot Virtue. Yeah. LOL, that was pretty good. Bonkers. For Gotham. Not very. I'm injured. I need someone to come peel potatoes for me. Is anyone available to peel potatoes for Spawny? Yeah, this car handles really good. It's nice. Nice and fast. Good around the corners, too.
You know the deal. That one's brand new. Just hit the market. Got it. Awesome. Thanks. Pleasure doing business with you.
My thumb has a bit big deep cut, but the juices irradiate and burn the cut. Oh my god. A not deep cut. The only good Batman had Kim Basinger in it. That sucks. Clooney country. I agree. It looks fast enough. Michael Keaton. I shall return, hopefully, flourishes cape. I want to come on a car like that. Hell yeah. It is a pretty sexy looking car. Kim was worth an all-night buffet. Kim was worth an all-night buffet. Interesting. So, Country, in your opinion, your favorite Batman was Michael Keaton Batman, huh? See, my favorite was Christian Bale. If Spawny's here and Heresy, let's see. You guys are still here. What did Mark eat? I had chili dogs. Looks like that because I've come on it already. I'm not healthy. It was. Okay, Country's favorite was Michael Keaton. Heresy, who was your favorite Batman? Spawny, who was your favorite Batman out of the and you can go television series, you can go Adam West, you can go whatever. Any film adaptation of Batman, who was your favorite?
Business isn't exactly how are things going over your firm?
I'll allow the animated series as well. Because I'd say maybe, quite possibly, Mark Hamill might be the best Joker, but as a voice, you know what I mean? As a voice actor. Keaton and Bell was two different times. Yes, indeed. Oh yeah, Benjamin, who is your favorite Batman? Did you say already? White is right, but I shoot black ichor from the one-eyed serpent. Dude, call in a tank and take this challenge. There was a comic version of Batman I liked a lot. Favorite Batman is the one that couldn't turn his neck. I think that's... Which one is that? That was Keaton, right? I think that was Michael Keaton. Could be wrong. You're on the highway. You can't lose. Bell. Heresy votes Bell. I'm not the biggest Batman fan, but I don't know that one. Keaton is king. I love Bale. Benjamin loves Bale. Yeah, me too. My favorite so far. Oh, I really like the Robert Pattinson Batman. I like that movie, The Batman, I think it's called. The whole film altogether, I actually liked it, but still, I mean, I think it's kind of hard to outdo the Christopher Nolan Batman films. I hate the vegan one from The Batman. Spawny doesn't like the vegan Batman. What's his name? Robert Pattinson. I love the whole like the vibe of the film, the look of it. I really loved it. And by the way, this is based on your personal opinion. It can't be based on what you're scared to say on the internet, because your internet tribe will cut your fucking head off digitally. Your personal opinion. I want to know the secrets. I want to know the juicy details of your soul. I don't care what your fucking internet tribe has to say about it. Sorry, but I don't. Remember, members of the Temple of the Scroll, we watch movies, we watch films with our own two eyes, with our own brain, with our own heart. Personal favorite. Doesn't matter if he was Jewish. Don't be afraid of the internet. I haven't fully watched it because I didn't like his voice. It's Thomas Wayne. He survived the mugging instead of Bruce, and he pews people and shit. Oh, yeah, that's from the variation, huh? Like the different variations. DC has the multiverse, right? My brother told me about that because of the My brother's really into DC, and I don't know as much about DC as I do about Marvel. But he was telling me about the multiverse of Batman. I guess there's like a Joker Batman too. The Batman Who Laughs, I think it's called. Joker film was good, and I hate that actor as a person. Great actor, though. Say whatever I think. Sometimes I feel like it's not necessary to say, so I won't talk. I prefer the original 70s Batman and Robin sitcom. Yeah, I like that. When I was a kid, I would watch those reruns, of course. But for the most part, I say all. Any version of that has Thomas as Batman has Bruce's mom as the Joker. Holy shit, that's weird. I prefer the Starship Enterprise also. The Starship Enterprise. That's from Star Trek, right? Cause the highest damage. Oh, this is the... I don't know if I can make it to where I need to go. In order to win this competition, I have to be in a different location. Let's see if I can manage to make it there in time. I'm down with Enterprise. The original. Are you talking about Star Trek? The original Star Trek with Captain Kirk? Beam me up, Scotty, yes. Farewell, Emperor. I have to go. Love you. Love and drugs all around. Yeah! Farewell, Emperor. Will you stream tomorrow since you missed Friday? I probably won't be streaming tomorrow, but Lord willing and the creek don't rise, I will stream Monday. For sure on Monday. See ya! Yes, Bonnie, take it easy. Thank you for stopping by, for chatting with us, for being here in time and space. We'll see you next time. I will stream Dying Light again then. Alright, cool. Peace, dudes. Is Clunkers leaving too? Water's 3 feet high and rising. Here. Oh no. The water is 3 feet high and rising. Are you about to have a flood? Country? I hope not. I have literal seconds left to win this competition. It will depend on how fast I am and if there are jets stored around here. Doesn't look like too many jets. I'll be able to get on the board though. Maybe I'll be able to get second place. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yes, second place. With mere seconds to go, look at that. I almost got... if there would have been one more jet, I would have been able to get first place.
Come on!
back to the city. Ain't nothing sweet, kid, ain't nothing pretty. Plunk, did you see my smoky air vid? Mark, no, I haven't seen it. Smoky air vid? Eastern Kentucky has been flooded. Where do you think floodwater goes? Oh, it has been flooded. Smoky air. Why was the air smoky? Heresy? What happened? Is there a fire? A wildfire or something? Canada Fires has made my place like shit. Oh, you're getting all the excess smoke from Canada? Damn. That sucks. I forgot, I don't need to go to the I don't need to go to the warehouse anymore. I can do all that from my phone. Let's see if I can manage staff members, warehouse. So far, no player, like how many players are in here? 25? Nobody has decided to take a shot at me or anything. It's very strange day today. GTA, at this point, somebody has tried to kill me or has killed me. Not today. I'd have to say that today was a good day. I didn't even have to use my AK. That's Canada shitting on Seth? How dare they? Did you know that almost all mass shootings is a false flag? CIA operation. Did you know that? Okay, wrote it twice. So nice he had to write it twice. Yeah, it has been happening the last 4 years, I think. I've noticed it, not consecutively, but I knew exactly what it was, and I looked it up. Damn, that sucks. I'm looking at your video right now. That looks terrible, man. Canada owes the state of Indiana for that, I would say. I say they owe you guys some money. The state of Indiana should sue Canada for those fires. If that's possible. Probably not possible to do, though. Benjamin, I know where Jimmy Hoffa's body is. Country, in your backyard? Out in the Vegas desert. Nice. Is that where the mob buried him? The Vegas desert? Probably never find him out there. It's a big desert. Oh, look at this Cluckin' Bell car here. This is cool. Oh, you can get a taxi van? That's crazy. Downtown, or it's just a van with that livery on it, I guess, right? Hey, look, they got your favorite. I think this is your favorite race car driver's car here, number 28, Davey Ellison, right? If I remember correctly, wasn't he 28? Malibu's back. It's everywhere in New York too. and Trump is talking about suing. He is talking about that. Good. Let's sue him. Go get him. I'm back. If I would have got him, I would have barbecued what I could and fed the rest to the hogs. What? You would have barbecued the body of Jimmy Hoffa? He'd be bones at this point, wouldn't he? And I'm 28, yep. I even know the third gunman on the grassy knoll. Who was it? Who was the third gunman? I watched a documentary where the premise, well, the viewpoint of the documentary was that JFK had faked his assassination, and that he had a squib on his head, and they kept kind of like showing the way the squib blew up. And they were explaining why the trajectory of that was all wrong, and like the head doesn't do that, and I don't know. It was interesting, though, to see it from that perspective, that possibly it was faked. And they had like a squib that explodes with fake blood like they do in the movies. And there goes the sparrow. All right, guys, I got to get going here. Nice talking to you. Glad to be back. And I will probably see you all Monday. Thank you for hanging out in time and space. Take care. Have a great night. Oh, look at this. We have a challenger. You don't just hit a man with your four-wheeler and think that you're going to get away with it. So I'm glad that I could leave on a good note, or I could show you guys a nice little kill there. That worked out perfectly. But yeah, I got to go. I'll see you guys probably, most likely, Monday. All right, take it easy. Good night.